Hey folks, this is JR with DIY Prepper. Welcome to the channel. Back when I started doing all this in 2021, portable 1 kilowatt hour solar generators were the top of the line units for most companies. They had enough capacity to keep your phone charged for several days, and they also had a big enough inverter to run most household appliances, at least for a little while. But since then, the capabilities of solar power options have grown dramatically. They have bigger capacities, can handle more wattage, and their batteries last a lot longer. Many solar generators can even power your home by connecting to a transfer switch, and systems like the new Jackery 5000 Plus take this a step further and can act as a standby generator that'll activate automatically if your home loses power. I got my first look at the 5000 Plus a couple of months ago at the Consumer Electronics Show, and I was pretty impressed by it. So when I got home, I reached out to Jackery, and they were kind enough to send us a 5000 Plus and some solar panels for us to take a look at. So I'd like to thank them for doing that and for sponsoring us today. The Jackery 5000 Plus is a modular system that can function either as a portable power option or a home backup system. The main unit has a 5 kilowatt hour capacity and can accept up to 5 additional battery packs, which will give you an overall capacity of 30 kilowatt hours. You can also link 2 of those full systems together to get 60 kilowatt hours, which could give you enough energy to power your entire home for up to 20 days without any solar input at all. That'll allow you to get through storms or also periods of time with a lot of cloud cover. The batteries themselves are lithium iron phosphate and can last up to 4,000 charge cycles before they reach 70% of their original capacity. This is much better than older power stations with regular lithium-ion batteries. Those were only rated for around 350 charge cycles, so you're going to get a lot more use out of these. The batteries also have a very low self-discharge rate. Even if you store the 5000 Plus for an entire year, you should still have over 92% capacity ready to use. The 5000 Plus can provide up to 7,200 watts of output, which is enough to handle anything in your home, even the big stuff. That includes things like clothes dryers, electric ovens, and even central air conditioners. Then, if you link 2 5000 Plus main units together, you can double that to over 14,000 watts. If you were to do that and max out your add-on batteries, you could have a literal whole home system, similar to something like, say, the Tesla Powerwall. My setup, which consists of a single 5000 Plus and a set of solar panels, is more of what you could consider an essential home backup system. It can power your most important devices and appliances at a much more affordable price point, and I'll talk more about that here in a minute. For ports, it has 4 standard 120 volt AC outlets, just like the ones that you have in your home. It also has 2 USB-C ports and 2 USB-A ports for charging small electronics. And I use those a lot on my power stations for things like my phone, radios, and power banks. And I do that even when we're not dealing with power outages, because it's very easy to charge several devices at one time using one of these. Then one outlet I was very happy to see was a 12 volt car port. A lot of the larger power stations don't really have those anymore, but I still like them because they're useful for powering things like air mattress pumps and then also 12 volt refrigerators. Then over here on this side, it has a couple of larger AC ports, an L14-30R and a 14-50. The L14-30 can be used to connect the 5000 Plus to regular transfer switches, while the 14-50 is used for higher power appliances like electric ovens. Below those, you have your AC reset buttons, and at the top you have Jackery's expansion port. That's what you'll use to connect the unit to Jackery's smart transfer switch. Doing that will allow you to connect the 5000 Plus directly to your home's electrical system, and it'll also allow you to take advantage of all of this device's features, including automatic backup power. Then the other side of the power station has all of your inputs. At the bottom, you have a DC expansion port for connecting extra batteries. Above that is your AC input that you can use to charge the device from a wall outlet or generator. And then solar input and controls are under this cover. Now, if you think that you may want to pick up a 5000 plus or any of Jackery's other products, then be sure to check out the links in the description below. Right now, Jackery is offering some special discounts until March 28th, and they're also doing a live stream on the 23rd where they'll be giving away up to $4,000 in free gifts. When it comes to charging the 5000 plus, you can do that a few different ways. The first one being from a wall outlet in your home. It can accept up to 1800 watts of input and can charge from 0 to 100% in around 3.5 hours. You can also recharge it in this way using a traditional gas generator if you need to, but be sure to use an inverter type if you do that, since those are going to be safer for devices with sensitive electronics. If you have Jackery's smart transfer switch, the 5000 plus can accept up to 4000 watts of input from that and be fully recharged in just 1.7 hours. The AC expansion port that I showed earlier works both ways. It can provide power to your home from this unit, and it can also accept power from the grid while your utilities are still up and running, so you can recharge this. Then the 5000 plus can accept two different types of solar input. First, it can be connected to portable solar panels like these. Just set up your panels and connect their cable to one of the low photovoltaic inputs. You can connect one 500 watt set of panels to each of those, giving you 1000 watts total, and that should be able to recharge the power station in around 6.5 hours. And y'all, I really like these panels. You do have to put them together, but once you've done that, they work really well. They're set up in an accordion style formation that allows them to support themselves while you have them set out, but they fold up pretty small when they're not in use. They also seem to be fairly durable. They have frames that go all the way around the panel segments, and that helps give them a little bit of extra structure. I've used a lot of panels that don't have that, and I'm always worried that I'm going to break something, but with these, as long as you don't try to open them past what their little hinges will allow you to, you should be fine. Then the panels also come with stakes that you can use to keep them secured directly to the ground. That way they're not going to go all Mary Poppins on you if there's a big gust of wind that comes your way. The 5000 Plus also has a high photovoltaic port that can support up to 4000 watts, and that's nice if you have a panel array on your roof. You could connect this directly to those, and that would also have the added benefit of being able to keep the unit inside. You could just keep it in one place at all times and have it connected to both your panels and the smart transfer switch. It would be a set it and forget it arrangement, which is always nice. Like with the smart transfer switch AC charging, 4000 watts of solar input could recharge it fully in 1.7 hours. Then you can also do hybrid charging to get to 4000 watts. That would involve using either the AC recharging port or smart transfer switch in conjunction with solar charging. And I could see that working really well as a way to save electricity if you have the smart transfer switch and roof mounted panels. Or you could also do it as a way to quickly recharge it while saving fuel if your power's out and you're using portable panels and a traditional fuel-based generator. The 5000 Plus just by itself weighs right under 135 pounds, so while it is portable, it isn't something that you're going to want to toss into the back of your Prius to go tent camping with over the weekend. It's really designed to be used as a home-based system, but it still also be able to be used elsewhere if you need to. It does come with some nice big wheels on the back and a telescoping handle, so it isn't hard to move around when you need to. The handle collapses into the main body of the unit when it's not in use, so that's going to give you plenty of room up top for small devices if you want to keep them up there while you're recharging them. It also has small wheels on the front that can lock in place, which helps make it a little safer. It ain't just going to go rolling around all over the place. One thing that I like about the 5000 Plus over other similar power stations is that it has a smaller footprint. At its widest, it's only around 16.5 inches, so this is something that you can put into a corner and forget about it. The 5000 Plus can also connect to Jackery's app, which you can use to monitor the device, and if you have a smart transfer switch, you can use the app to help set up a home energy management system. that can help you save money on your electricity bill by prioritizing solar charging when its batteries are above a certain threshold, and then also performing charging tasks from your utility company at night when electricity tends to be cheaper. And of course, all that's just going to depend on the electricity plan that you have, though. Then the 5000 Plus also comes with a 5-year warranty. Now, like I mentioned a second ago, the 5000 Plus was mainly designed to be a backup power system for your home. The setup that I have, which consists of one main unit and two 500-watt panels, can be used with the smart transfer switch to act as an essential home backup. This means that it'll keep your most important devices and circuits running. For me and my family, our first priority is preserving our food. The 5000 Plus should be able to keep our fridge and box freezer running through most of the power outages we're likely to experience without needing to be recharged during that time. For other folks, they may have medical equipment, like a CPAP machine, that they need to keep powered all night, and this shouldn't have any problems with doing that either. Then if you work from home, the 5000 Plus can keep everything in your home office running, including computers, lights, routers, and printers. And really, that's how my family tends to use our backup power options. We don't try to run everything. We focus on keeping our food cool and having lights and fans where we need them. And really, unless you have a massive battery system, you're way better off just trying to run your most important stuff anyway. When focusing on the basics, the 5 kilowatt hour capacity of the 5000 Plus should be able to last around a day without any solar or generator input. You can also stretch that out by doing things like moving more expensive or critical groceries to your freezer and just powering that. When connected to the smart transfer switch, it'll have a 20 millisecond UPS switchover, which means that most of your devices should continue to work without any interruption. It's also nice if you're away from home when the power goes out. Everything will switch over without you needing to run home and set up a bunch of stuff, or come home to find that everything in your fridge is ruined. Then if you have devices plugged directly into the 5000 Plus, it has a 0 millisecond UPS. Both the online UPS and backup UPS can be enabled in the app. But one big advantage of a system like this is that it can power pretty much everything that you need at a much lower cost than a true whole home power system. One 5000 Plus, the smart transfer switch, and two sets of 500-watt panels will cost around half as much as something like a Powerwall will. For all that, plus the cost of installing the smart transfer switch, you're looking at around $8,000 versus over $18,000 for the equipment and installation of a large whole home backup system. It is important to note, though, that you will need to have a certified electrician install the smart transfer switch. Since it ties directly into your home's electrical system, it's best to let a professional do that just to make sure it's done safely and correctly. But even after doing that, it's still going to be cheaper. Then this is also a system that you can upgrade later on. Since you can link two 5000 Plus main units together and add several extra batteries, you could eventually turn this into a whole home backup system. If you connect it to a roof-mounted panel array, you'll be set up to deal with pretty much anything. And since the 5000 Plus is portable, you can use it in multiple ways. If you can't afford to have a transfer switch installed right now, you can just plug devices directly into it using its built-in ports. There's tons of them. Then you can also use it to power things like power tools outside of your home, or use it in off-grid locations. If you're a prepper who's worried they may need to bug out, you should be able to team lift it into the back of like a truck or SUV. Overall, I think the 5000 Plus is an excellent option. If you want to check it out, then be sure to use the links in the description below. Once again, I'd like to thank Jackery for sponsoring us today. Thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all have a good one.